I got back last Friday, so a week ago today. And so I was able to get in early ahead of the phased entry and voluntary entry because I'm working for the city here and helping with the cleanup.
What was your reaction when you got back to Fort McMurray after being away for like a month?
Well, it was nice to be back. It was kind of a good feeling that way, but it was also it was pretty interesting to see all the damage that the fire had caused in daylight, without fire around it. And there's a lot of damage, and it's just kind of an eye-opener to what needs to be done here.
Now you are back home. Do you have power to your home? Do you have water to your home?
Yep, I was one of the ones that was lucky enough. I didn't even lose power at my house. I walked in, all the clocks were the same. Being the first one back, I was lucky enough. When I got here, I went to one of the information centers. ATCO Gas was there. They hooked up my gas, and everything's perfectly fine there. I mean, there's a little bit of a stench from fruit on the kitchen table and the fridge, but I've got that all cleaned out, and I'm one of the very lucky ones.
What have you been doing in regards to the cleanup?
I've been pretty much everyone here is working for the city, and what I'm doing is I've been digging and locating water valves to all the burnt down houses so they can shut them off, and working with ATCO Gas and locating natural gas lines and power lines just so they can locate them and get ready for demolition and shut off power and such.
And I know that you were happy to get back to your place, and do you feel settled now? And I know you're happy the beer store was open.
Yeah, that's for sure. I do. I mean, it was a great feeling just to sleep in my own bed and, watch the hockey game and have a beer. And like I said, I'm very, very lucky that nothing was touched at my house. And I even went home and my neighbors had mowed my lawn, and it was a really great feeling.
But things still aren't back to normal in Fort Mac, are they?
No, they're not. Today would be the third day of the voluntary reentry, and they're doing it in phases by neighborhoods. So, I mean, and a lot of people, it is voluntary, so a lot of people didn't want to come back, and people who are 30 weeks and above pregnant and who have kids that are 7 years and under are advised not to come back because with all the demolition and rubble and everything, that getting airborne in the air, there's asbestos and all sorts of stuff. So people with breathing conditions are advised not to come back. So it hasn't been crazy here, but a lot of people have returned, and you get a warm welcoming when you first come into town, and the firefighters have their ladders set up with a big Canadian flag, and everyone's honking, and there's really good energy here right now, that's for sure.